Let's roll, nerds. Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, you are charged with driving while intoxicated. Second offense, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be.
Whoa, second offense already? This isn't just another DWI. The judge is about to lay down serious restrictions, and trust me, you're going to want to hear every word.
Had left the scene. While speaking to the reportee, the defendant drove up to the scene and the law enforcement officer observed the defendant exit out of the driver's side of the vehicle and was the only person in the vehicle. The law enforcement officer observed the defendant to have red, glossy eyes and slurred speech. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. A 6 out of 6 was recorded on the HGN. A 3 out of 4 was recorded on the one-legged stand. It states here that the other test was refused. The law enforcement officer found an open alcoholic beverage, mostly empty and cold to the touch, in the center cup holder, and several other unopened alcoholic beverages cold to the touch.
Cold to the touch. That's a big detail. That tells the court she was likely drinking right before getting behind the wheel, a major blow to her defense.
It refused to provide a specimen. Blood warrant was obtained and executed.
Did you say that there was an accident initially that brought them to the attention, or what?
Judge, it just says that the law enforcement officers were dispatched to a disturbance and the defendant drove back to the scene that she had left from.
My fiance.
Stop. Don't. You have the right to remain silent. Exercise that right.
There's no accident, Your Honor. It was just, they were called out to a disturbance. I believe it was a disturbance with. There's a disturbance under the weapon call, Your Honor. They drove up to the location and made contact with a complaining witness who stated that the defendant had left the location, and then while they were speaking to the complaining witness,
That's when she comes back.
that's when their defendant came back.
Okay. All right, Ms. Morris, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to drive at all. I'm now going to have you sign an affidavit with me today, promising you're not going to drive. I don't care what is going on in your life. You will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising you're not going to drive. Do you understand? Because this is a second offense, you will be required to obtain a portable interlock device that you're going to take with you everywhere you go to prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol. I will also randomly test you for drugs if I find that you...
Legal insight. Judges can add interlock devices and drug testing as bond conditions, especially in second-time DWIs. This isn't punishment yet. It's meant to prevent further harm while the case is pending.
You're using, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand, ma'am? You're sending notice to DPS now that I'm placing a restriction on your license that you're not allowed to drive any vehicle that doesn't have a guardian interlock. If you're caught driving a vehicle, it doesn't have an interlock on it, an officer in this state will know that you're required and they will arrest you and put you in jail. And you're in violation of these bond conditions. Do you understand? You have the ability to hire a lawyer, ma'am. We're going to give you time to hire a lawyer. So what I'm going to do is I'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. I'm going to first have you come up here, swear test that you're not going to drive. You will then get with pretrial services for your bond conditions. And then after that, you'll be free to go. Do not use. Do you understand? Alcohol or illegal drugs. It's not going to go well.
Let's pause here. Do you think losing a phone is a legit excuse for missing a court-ordered drug test? Drop your thoughts below, because the judge is not buying it.
I didn't say you couldn't work. I just said you. I'm ordering you not to drive.
They put an interlock in there already.
And Judge, she missed a drug test. She told me that she had lost her phone at that point, and so that's why that she did not know that she was notified for a drug test. I have submitted.
Last name again?
Alatorre Ersdelsi. Ersdelsi.
Arizalti, a la torre.
And Judge, I have submitted a mitigation packet in the DWI application. She's interested in doing the PTI.
So I'm sending you now for a drug test, a drug and alcohol test. This is your second bond violation report. I'm well within my right to just take you into custody now. And if you ever have any more violations, I don't care what it is, you will go into custody. And the next time your bond will hit the clouds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So I want to send her for a drug and alcohol test, and then we'll come back on Monday so we can assess what
Thank you,
the
Judge.
results are.
Just roll to Monday, Judge?
Please take a seat.
We're ready to plea, Your Honor.
Okay. Coming up, Mr. Bada. So you need to make sure that this is the right name. Is it? What is your first name? Okay, so Bada is your actual last name.
And I'll send an anything.
Right. Mr. Bada, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement that they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 1 day that you have done. You are giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers if you're not a citizen.
That's some tough love right there. If you want to smoke until your heart's content, don't get into a car. Honestly, he's not wrong. But this kind of blunt delivery is what makes Judge Fleischer a standout in the courtroom.
There are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, this will go on your record. It will be there forever. From now on, you are facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. You pick up any more DWIs. And I'm going to tell you, because it's going on your record, you get pulled over and you have anything funky to smell, whether it's weed, whether it's alcohol, what do you think is going to happen? Right. If you want to get lit, if you want to smoke until your heart's content, don't get into a car. I know that he has done above and beyond the call of duty in representing you without probably taking it. For all the money that you have saved, $50 will get you a ride to wherever you want to go in this life. Do you understand? I don't know if I'm going to waive the supervisory fee with him. I don't know if he's truly indigent or not by OG.
I would respectfully,
I know that you are, but I don't know. You know, I know that you've been throwing everyone for a loop the entire time, so I want you to fill out an application from where you saw. I know that you are truly indigent. You're going to swear to this document. This is a public, not a public, but this is a governmental document that you're going to swear to. I want to know about your financial situation. I want to know everything about you. How much money you have at the bank, how much money you have coming in, how many cars you have, and then we'll take a look to see whether you're truly indigent. You understand? I'm going to suspend your license for 180 days. Do not drive until you get a license. So we will have you fill out an affidavit and I'll see whether you are indigent and then we'll take a look. But really, this dude has really gone above and beyond the call to represent you for all the issues that you've had. So thank you so much for doing what you're doing. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow this agreement. Deputy, do you mind giving an application so we can work to see?
Intro, and there it is. The law never forgets. What do you think? Did this sentence hit hard enough to change anything long-term, or are we looking at another future repeat offender? Let's talk about it in the comments.
Okay.
and Your Honor, do you need me to approach with?
No, I'll look at the document. If he does, then I'm going to waive it. If you do not qualify, you will be required to pay the supervisory fees. In this case, that is $3,000 plus court costs. Actions have consequences. You have the opportunity. When you pick up a DWI, you're going to pay for it one way or the other. You know, now this, with the conviction, it's going to follow you forever. All I hope is that 20 years, 30 years from now, this was enough of a hassle in your life that you, man, I had 3 beers. I better not get into a car. Time heals all wounds, but the law never forgets. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your
Thanks.
Honor.
Bye.